Hello, YouTube and X. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the Black Tiger Miner YouTube channel. And today we're talking about the turbo turn up time. Turbo, turbo, turbo. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, toads and tadpoles, Turbo Army, Turbo Toad Warriors, Turbo is back. I'm going to go over the Turbo AMA from earlier. And a lot of people are losing their conviction in turbo, but I'm here to tell you guys just continue to diamond hand and hang in there, guys. Turbo is still here and turbo is still strong. Don't give up on the toad. Load the toad. This is not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. I know people have been contacting me about why I haven't been doing turbo lives, but just diamond hand, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, toads and tadpoles. Don't give up on the toad. There is too much technology involved in the toad and too much of a big process that's going on with turbo. And the team at Turbo is working day and night about going out and finding people and using other projects and other people and other organizations to help grow the Turbo Toad Warriors and the Turbo Toad Revolution and to keep the toad involved. And also, we had an AMA this morning at 4 in the morning. So, yeah, your boy has been up 4 in the morning Central Standard Time, which was 9 a.m. UTC time. And I'm not 100% sure what UTC time. Let me look it up. I saw it, but then I didn't uh, keep it up. So let's see, where is UTC time? UTC time is Coordinated Universal Time, but it doesn't tell us where that time zone is. That's weird. Uh, that's interesting. Trying to figure out where it is. I guess it is a general time zone that you add times because the guys were telling me they added kind of adding and subtracting time on that time zone. Da, da, da. Used to like clocks established in certain forming around civil time and time zones, international communication, navigation, scientific research. That's weird because it doesn't tell you exactly where that is. So if you know, go ahead and comment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hit your main man up with a super chat. If you can spare a couple dollars, just trying to keep the lights on in the BTM Crypto News Network. And I definitely did not abandon Turbo. As you can see, I'm deep in the Turbo game, guys. Got skin in the game. Why would I leave Turbo? But I was just not making lives because I was making other lives, and I didn't want people to get too upset because it was down. And with the tariffs and the different things going on with the U.S. and politics, I didn't want to drag them down in the politics. But looks like we are back pumping. Let me turn the spotlight on and see what we can see with the Black Tiger Miner Crypto News Network in the turbo turn up time. Let's go. So we're going to go over. I got the AMA loaded up, so we're going to play some of that AMA as well. So this is. Thanks for everyone joining. I think I picked up 130 followers just from the AMA. So this is me. Join us for the AMA with Mexc. We had an AMA with Mexc Thursday, which is today. As you can see here, it was 9 a.m. UTC time, which is 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. But it's cool. Anything for the Turbo Toad community and the Turbo Toad Warriors. Turbo Toad, stand up. Where you been? Where you guys at? I don't see anybody talking in the comments. Are you guys here? Are you live? What's going on? Where you at and who you with? And again, I'm not new to this. I am true to this. And I've been telling you guys the whole time, just continue to hold. Things will eventually work out. You just can't give up too early. So this is navigating the next phase of the meme coin revolution. And this is from this morning. I'm trying to see, so I'll go to it, trying to see if there was a number. One of these has a number. We'll come back and check Twitter shortly and go through our regular information. But I'm trying to see, yes, so far, 1,000 people have tuned in. Let's refresh this just to double check. So let's see here, trying to get that updated number. See what we have. So let me know in the chat if you did tune in and hear it. But let's play a snippet, see if I can get the volume up. For some reason my volume's been acting weird and this volume booster is not working. I don't know why it stopped working. Let me see if we can play a little bit here.
From vision. And first question is like Turbo is held as the first AI generated meme coin launch with just like $69. And what inspired this groundbreaking concept? And why did you choose AI over traditional methods to design the project?
Okay, for the $69, I think that is all that Wreck Mankind had. The inspiration behind it was a pure internet magic. It was a meme coin energy from a mix of the rise of AI and the launch of the most iconic budget, the $69. Part of it was satire, part of it was experiment, and it was fully turbocharged with curiosity. Why we picked AI? We picked AI over traditional methods because AI didn't need a salary, it didn't take coffee breaks, and it can brainstorm and design memes faster than any team on earth. And it handles the key creative process to machines like robots. Let's see what we can do. And the results was a coin that didn't follow the rules and didn't have a roadmap and just prompt a dream and $69 of pure internet spirit.
Thank you. And I believe that we all witnessed the success of Turbo. So next question is the 69 launch budget is like highly surprising. And how did the team achieve a successful cold start and capture market attention with such a limited budget?
Actually, with the $69, arguably probably the most powerful number on the internet. It's not just a budget, it was a vibe. It was symbolic of the culture itself. Impossible to take too serious, but we picked it because you're launching AI generated meme coin. You have to commit to be kind of silly. So we kind of picked it and ran with it. I also think it had something to do with the budget, like I mentioned previously from Rec. I think that's kind of what he had, and he typed it in the Chat GPT 4, and the rest is history. And as for pulling just a cold start, it was about embracing the chaos and letting the internet do its thing. And the story kind of sold itself, right? AI creates a meme coin for $69, right? You can't buy that kind of publicity or action. And people love a underdog story, and they love the memes, and they really love weird internet experiments. And somehow it all worked.
Thank you. Awesome. And next question is like, Turbo has an emphasis on being fully decentralized and a token for the people. And what mechanism ensure that power truly resides with the community?
Yeah, so I might take that one. Pretty much winding it back initially to what decentralization is. So at its core, decentralization is the operation without that central authority, that no boss, no ownership, no centralized entity running the show. And from the beginning of Turbo, Rhett kind of wanted that to be his vision. Now, one of the biggest challenges for any project evolving from that viral token to a functioning ecosystem is ensuring the long-term governance and sustainability. So Turbo has solved for this challenge by decentralizing its operations. We have autonomous community groups responsible for different platforms and different functions. The groups kind of collaborate together and ensuring the community stays at the forefront of all decisions. Yeah, from Turbo's genesis, Rhett stated multiple times that Turbo was a community project and is a community project, and that the project, although it was his creation, it's a project for the community and it's not a project by him. And all of the contract address, like if you have a look at it, the contract address is clean. Not only are there no buy tax, sell tax, but it's not modifiable at all. There are no proxy contracts, no backdoors, and the ownership is renounced. So yeah, that's all written in code on the blockchain and that can't be altered. So in essence, that's kind of how the decentralization really kind of ensures that the power does, uh, yeah, reside with the community. And then, I mean, anecdotally from myself, being a small YouTuber, like I quite often reach out to projects and I reached out to Turbo as I was super interested in it. It was created by an Australian. I loved AI. I love meme coins. So yeah, I reached out and wanted to talk to the team and I was quickly met with, "Hey, mate, like, thanks for reaching out, but you should know that there is no team. Like, the team is all of Turbo. Every community member is free to contribute in their own way." And yeah, that's what I've found as one of the most beautiful things about Turbo because there is no team. They're not kind of, yeah, reliant on people working an 8-hour workday. It is multiple different little groups within Turbo all working together to, yeah, build and grow Turbo. So, yeah, I mean, we've got a globe of people that are bullish on the toad working 24/7, 365 over multiple countries in multiple languages. And yeah, all working to better the project. So, yeah, I mean, that also coupled with AI really helps grow the project. Yeah, I think that's kind of how Turbo is, yeah, pretty damn decentralized.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. And this question is, how does partnering with Mexc align with Turbo's long-term vision, such as advancing Web3 innovation or building a digital art ecosystem?
Yeah, so both Mexi and Turbo support that kind of building and innovation in the Web3 space. So I'm less qualified to talk about Mexi's innovation in the Web3 space, although you guys are doing an amazing job. But from Turbo's end, Turbo's a community of users and providers. It's got intentional partnerships with multiple different projects that have real world use cases. So partnership with Nia, which helped with the creation of Turbo Chain. So in essence, allowing Turbo to have its own blockchain. It's also really important to note Turbo's emphasis on AI. And I think AI is super linked in really with the future and really linked in with innovation. There's just, as BTM said earlier, there's just no comparison in the output you can get from a human versus an AI. They don't take work breaks. They don't need holidays. They never are having an unproductive day at work. This is software that will do whatever you want. And yeah, you're not limited by your ability. You're just limited by the amount of outputs that you can give that AI project. And really, it it just opens up that whole world of innovation to people that might not be super tech savvy. They might not be great artists, but they can create great turbo content with AI image generation software. So yeah, I think the combination of Turbo being, yeah, really focused on that AI aspect from its genesis, and also focused on its art kind of is how it really aligns with Turbo and Mexi's vision on that Web3 innovation.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. And so glad to hear that this collaborationship just have bring both of us so many benefits. Okay, just move on to next part. Still a questions for BTM. I wonder how does Cerberus technical architecture integrate AI and blockchain, and what breakthroughs does this brings in terms of efficiency or user experience?
Good question. Kind of technical, but very good question. Turbo's technical architecture is where mean meets the machine. At its core, Turbo's standard ERC20 tokens on Ethereum is simple, secure, and battle tested, right? The Ethereum blockchain is solid, and Turbo is in a good position with the Ethereum blockchain. But what makes this special is how the AI played a role in not just the marketing and the branding, but also shaping the project itself from the concept to the tokenomics. Um, AI was used in the iteration and creation process. Everything from naming, it actually created the Turbo name, right? And the actual logo and the community guidelines, even the smart contract suggestions. It's like the AI acted as like the co-founder and the director and the development team all together and didn't get any sleep or didn't make any complaints, just put the work in and created a great project and an overall awesome community. And it's like the blockchain side ensure decentralization and transparency. And the AI brings rapid fire creativity and automation that you don't typically see in most cryptocurrency launches. And as far as breakthrough, it has efficiency. So use the AI slash development time, which made a full team of weeks and prototyped in hours, right? It did a lot of the design and even help with some development ideas. So Rec was going back and forth and trying to figure it out, and the AI kind of helped him. So every problem he ran into, he would go back and it would give him suggestions, and then he would try it again and format. So he has a video where he explains a lot of the back and forth process, and he was almost ready to give up, but he didn't. He kept trying, and he was really excited, and things just started working pretty well for him. As far for a user experience, the project kind of felt alive, like the memes, the updates, the community engagement. Everything happened faster and funnier because the AI was kind of helping and generating some of the content in real time. So a lot of the problems weren't as big or as, I guess, bad off or worse off because there was a lot of prompts and the experimentation. It proved that everyone, even with minimal resources, can spark creativity and can launch something viral just by tapping into the AI tools. So the AI kind of helped out a lot with bringing stuff up, clearing up, helping, and kind of walking through a lot of the stuff that technically he didn't understand or didn't know or was having problems with. So Turbo showed that AI doesn't just improve interfaces, it can create experiment itself and it can do it cheap just for $69. All meme coins can go to Turbo. And imagine what's possible if you can create a meme coin, a community, and a full ecosystem just behind working with ChatGPT. So, as a whole, the whole project's kind of exciting, kind of new, and I'm glad Turbo is the first in the space to do it. Okay, guys, that's just a snippet of the AMA. If you want to hear the rest, let me know, or we could circle back to that. And I'm also having it on the Black Tiger Miner Twitter in the X page, Twitter X, however you want to call it. and we'll get back to the numbers. Big shout out to Mexc for having us on early in the morning, and for Matt to help me co-host. Trying to see if I can get Matt to join, but if not, we'll probably set up a time or a live, right? And get in and talk to Matt and start talking to other turbo content creators and YouTubers. So let's see here. Still at 1,000. Let me come back. So don't forget to join the Black Tiger Miner Twitter page to stay current on the latest and greatest crypto news or the cryptocurrencies that we're currently tracking. I think we need to add some more, but currently we have Turbo, Kaspa, and XRP, ZBEC, and a couple of more. So let me know in the comments as well if there's any other cryptocurrencies you guys want to look into. So this is the Turbo page. Beam me up, they said Turbo is too vibey from Earth. Anyway, next stop, intergalactic meme missions only. A shout out to the Turbo Toad main page. This is Mexc and Turbo. Meme contest is live. Show us what zero fee vibes feels like when trading Turbo. Create the funniest, most creative meme and share it in the comments. Mexc zero fees. Top 10 memes will share 300 USDT. What? Hence April 12th, which is today's the 10th. Tomorrow's the 11th, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I guess. I guess the 12th is Sunday. Let's see. Are there any memes in the comments? Let's check this out real quick. See what we're working with. Shout out to the Roaring Toady. Let me see. I think Roaring Toady's hitting it hard here. Crypto PBS. We also mentioned that in the live. Linsanity. Lee. Zero fees. That's actually pretty cool. And a few other entries from Turbos in the Turbo Toad community and the Turbo Toad army. What's up? Need more turbo. Huh? Actually pretty cool. Just going through the list here, zero fees. Yeah. Vitalik can get the freaking fees down, but no worries there. So let's see, go back to the post. So this is Turbo. The presence so pure, the clarity so undeniable. You don't just see him, you witness him. The spark of something greater, the beginning of a legend. He's not just a toad, he's the moment before history is made. I like that. If you like it, I love it. Let me know in the chat. Turbo is on the move. Volume alert. Uh, Turbo is on the move. That's actually pretty cool. Let me go back and like some of these. The Roaring Toady, Mexc and Turbo. Zero fees, Turbo and Mexc. So let's see here. This is Turbo is now available on Revolt and is now tradable for UK and EEA users. Where's EEA? It's all about the community, creativity, and a whole lot of toad power. Let's see, where is EEA? European Economic Area. Okay. No worries there. Turbo is a couple of holders away from an all-time holder high. Let that sink in. After months of bloody crypto markets, Turbo Toad token keeps adding new users and is about to set a new record. So we'll check that user count out as well. You mentioned that in the AMA about the Ether scan, and this low key is making me dizzy. But shout out to Turbo, just landed on Revolt app and is now tradable on UK and EEA users. It's about the community creativity and a whole lot of Toad powered heart. Massive shout out to Crypto PBS, a strong Toad who acts Revolt, I think that's Revolt, daily for almost 6 months to make it happen. Persistence, power, turbo. And yeah, I can definitely attest to it. I got plenty of videos, plenty of lives where we're talking about him and the constant pressure he's putting on these guys to get listed. So big shout out to Crypto PBS for your diligence there. So appreciate that. That was actually one of the videos. Peg Leg Wally, what up, man? Let me see here. See if we can put this down here. CPI and jobless data came in good. If the PPI numbers are good, crypto might rip. Lots of bullish stuff is happening. Have your bags loaded. Turbo is the meme coin for the cycle. Turbo token was the best performing meme in a healthy cycle. Check the chart. This is, I think it's time for Robinhood app to list the king of all memes. So I think Robinhood is the last one that has not listed Turbo. Let me know if you agree in the chat. Shout out to Black Widow Phantom. Let's freaking Toad. Turbo only. I like that. We're just here for the Toad only. Turbo listed on Revolt. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toads, it's official. Turbo Toad token is now traded on Revolt for UK and EEU users. Another huge win powered by Unstoppable Community. Big shout out to Crypto PBS for pushing every single day. Let's ride the wave. So this is Mexc's trading Turbo on Mexc. Wait, zero fees, more tokens, save money. Click buy faster. My brain can process. This is the way. So shout out to the Roaring Toady. Let's see how Turbo's doing today. Trade Turbo with zero fees only on Mexc. Wait, zero fees is insane, guys. That's crazy. No fees means more tokens for the same price. Let's go more Turbo in the bag. Thanks, Mexc. And I don't think we can get Mexc in the US just yet, but it is cool for zero fee trading. Found some free financial advice. What does it say? Zero fee trading on Mexc. You know what to do now. It's turbo time. And again, it's not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. So this is meet your exclusive turbo style mascot. Checked out, hyped up, and ready to celebrate big. Let's toast the future of crypto, community, and good vibes. 7 years strong, and we're just getting started. So I guess Mexic's been around for 7 years. That is what you were mentioning. A tool? I guess that is a tool. Atoll. So that makes sense. And this is the AMA from earlier. And this is some Kaspa information. So let's get to the numbers. So this is like coinranking.com. Coin ranking has Turbo at 24, up 8%, right on the heels of Peanut, which is coming down for us to pick it up. at 129.7 million. Turbo's at 115. Turbo at one time was at like 700 million. So it's only a matter of time before we start to push back up. We're above Toshi, GigaChash 22, AIZ 16, 137.8, GigaChash 133.4, Notcoin is 182.7, Snake is 183, Pudgy Penguin is 259 mil. What? Fartcoin is 699. So Turbo should be in here somewhere in the top 10, right under SPS 6,900, maybe somewhere between 300 and 400 million market cap. Then we got official Trump coin at 1.5. What? 1.5 billion? Bonk is 789.3 billion, right above Fartcoin at 699. Pays 2.7 billion. SHIB is 6.7 billion. And Dogecoin is 22 billion. Really? That is crazy. So if we look at the Toad for today, this is 108.4 million market cap, down 1.79%. In the hour, up 8.3 in the past 24 hours. For the years, up 104. Last 7 days is down 1.5%. 24-hour trading volume 45.5 million. Let me see. I thought I had the Ether scan. Okay, here's the Ether scan. Currently, we're at 53,171. And I think the all-time high was 53,160. I'll have to go back and check. Let me know in the comments, is this the all-time high? Or are we just getting back to the all-time high? Seems like you would be able to click on this chart or at least get the all-time high somewhere. But that's here nor there. What is this? But let's look at the bubbles real quick. So on the bubbles, XCN is up 70.9%. Mog's up 17.9. Mr. Miggles is up 5.2. ArcPay is up 2.7. I might pick up some more ArcPay. ZBCN is up 4.3. AIZBT is up 3.1. Prime is down 5.7. Spell is up 13.8. Metal is up 11.3. Bonk is up 3.5. Turbo is up 9.3. Is that what this says? Okay, so 5 Coin Watch is a little behind. It's weird. Toshi's up 10.4. XPX is up 10.6. AI Tech's up 12.4. Tao's up 11.8. H-Bar's up 11.1. Farcoin's up 21.3. Hazy 16 is up 17.2. Dog with a Hat is up 6.9. Link's up 3.5. Bitcoin is up 2% to 79,000, getting close back to the 80,000 mark. ICP's up 1.6. Bear Network is up 6.4. Let me know if you guys are tracking Bear. I might do a video on it that later. Just got to get some information about them and see if it is worth looking into. But let me know what you guys think about that as well. And if any other thing that we can add here to track. So let's see, look at this, look at that. So this is the Turbo Aurora counts for the turbo chain, which I forgot to mention on the AMA. Need to see if we can plug that in. Total accounts is 76. Total turbo transfers is 163. Transactions is 37. Completed transactions is 3.3 thousand. Total addresses is 313. Total tokens is 44. Total blocks is 11.7 million. Total contracts is 149. Total verified is 63. So just checking out the numbers there as well. So I guess we can close this. Just trying to see if there is anything we missed. Let's do a couple more minutes of the live stream, the AMA, and then we'll go back to a couple of the Turbo content creators. I think this is Trading Sniper. And I thought I had another one up here. I guess not. Let me see here, see if we can update, see if there is anything new or live we can put up. Apparently not. Not a lot of new videos going on today. That's interesting. I guess we can check Row out. Row's main man on Turbo. One of the most consistent Turbo content creators out here. Let's see if we can pull that video up. See if I can turn the volume off
Finally, after
real quick. Guess we'll do Row first because there is the older video. So let's do a couple more minutes of the AMA. Shout out to Mexc again and Matt for joining in the Turbo Toe community, for believing in us and putting us out on the AMA with Mexc.
Thanks for your sharings. And next questions is for Matt. Let's talk about tokenomics. So, how is your tokenomics model designed to balance liquidity, holder incentives, and volatility resistance? Are there deflationary or token burn mechanisms?
Yeah. So, as my mic again is cool. So, in essence, tokenomics and burn mechanisms. So, Turbo's tokenomics model is centered around sustainability. So, Turbo wanted there to be long-term value creation and incentives to hold Turbo. So, one of the cool things about Turbo Chain, the L1, the blockchain that Turbo has created on NEAR, is that all of the gas fees that are going to be paid are paid in Turbo tokens. So because of the gas fees being paid in Turbo tokens, those are then burned. That means there is like a deflationary burn mechanism in process. So the more tokens that are burned, the less there are in supply. So the more valuable each Turbo token is. So the more people that use Turbo and the bigger the Turbo grows, the less Turbo is going to be in circulation. And that's going to help with sustainability and price growth in Turbo. So yeah, it should kind of steadily reduce the total supply. And yeah, also importantly to note, like in Turbo, no one gets paid. There's no team wallets, like no private allocations or hidden incentives. The collection of subsequent burning of Turbo tokens is fully transparent, and you can verify it on the blockchain. So one of the cool things about the blockchain is Turbo isn't just saying it's doing this. You can go in and you can see all of these burns that are occurring. So yeah, I can't link it now because we're on the spaces, but yeah, it's pretty cool to kind of keep track of the burns that are happening on Turbo. So yeah, I guess that's kind of how there's deflationary and burn mechanism in place that kind of supports that growth and sustainability of the token.
Thanks, Matt. And next question is also for BDM. As a decentralized project, how does Turbo ensure smart contract security and transaction transparency? Are there third-party audits or community verification processes?
Yes. Turbo might have started as an AI powered joke, but the smart contract security is no joking matter. The project ensures security and transparency, even while keeping things kind of weird. Turbo uses smart contracts, minimal, clean ERC20 standards with no sneaky backdoors or weird traps or unnecessary complexity that alone reduces risk of exploits. It's open source code. The smart contracts are made public from the start, so anyone can read, review, roast them, and the transparency is key in the meme world, right? Because there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes you really don't know about or understand. With the Turbo smart contracts, they're there and you can read them and kind of follow them. And there's not really a lot of smoke and mirrors, right? It's there and you can understand it. Excuse me. And the community is truly decentralized, right? The devs, the crypto sleuths, and the community have reviewed the code and flagged anything suspicious and helps us maintain the trust, right? So if there's any questions or anything that looks odd, you can always go back and check. And there will be, I guess, third-party audits. The community pushes to lead internal audits. So we're always looking at the independent blockchain security firms that helped confirm the contracts have no malicious functions or vulnerabilities or not going to defraud people or take your money or have lack of decentralizations. Because you're going to make the coin with $69, you better make sure everything lines up and show all your receipts. And on-chain activities are fully visible. So there's no things that are happening that people don't know about. Anyone can track the transfers, the volumes, the holders. Do a YouTube video that we look at the holders pretty much every day or every live on the Etherscan. So the holder volume is there and the activity is there. And there's no centralized control. The token's fully launched with no Premier or VC allocations. It's all there on the chain, no shady characters or people in the background. Turbo took the mean road, but walked in a serious crypto hygiene. It's proof that you can have fun and play by the rules because nothing's more satisfying than a rug-free meme coin that actually runs, right? So the project as a whole is unruggable and it's here to stay. So shout out to the work of the Turbo Toe community and all the audits and all the people that are in the background making sure it stays safe and stays secure. So that was another snippet from the AMA. I don't want to bore you guys to death with it, but I just wanted to get the word out about the AMA and play a little bit on the live stream, but keeping it moving. This is Ro from yesterday. Let's see what Ro's talking about with the massive gains.
For so long, we have some bullish movement in the market. We have some bullish news in the market, which we're going to talk about. But Turbo family, I hope you guys are having a brilliant day. We're up about 15-16% in the last 24 hours on Turbo, which is such a big sigh of relief because honestly, guys, I did not see this coming. A lot of good news in the macroeconomic factor contributing to a large porridge of funds into stocks, into crypto, and I'm excited to bring you guys today's video. It all pays off. Consistent daily uploads pays off. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Ro. We talk about crypto every single day here on this channel. I upload 2 to 3 videos every day. So if you guys are new, subscribe and hit the bell and like today's video because YouTube has been pushing out crypto content recently and I'm trying to get it back. So guys, if you're new around here, subscribe as well. I want to get to 15K subscribers and I'll do a huge giveaway, maybe even a $1,500 giveaway. Hey, who knows? With that being said, let's hop into today's video. So boys, as you can see, the first thing that we're looking at is the price of Ethereum. So I want to refresh it, make sure that we're good. Up 15% in the last 24 hours. Now, the reason that we're focusing on Ethereum is because A lot of things revolve around Ethereum, okay? If ETH is doing good, then that means it's a good day. If Ethereum is bullish, guys, that means the entire crypto market is going to be bullish, because we know that, guys, if you, I made a video earlier today, but Ethereum versus Bitcoin, that chart is at the lowest that it's been since, I believe, March of 2020, during like COVID scares, when everything absolutely plummeted. Ethereum is at a low right now, guys, on the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart. So I'm eyeing a really good opportunity to get into the market. Now, not only just that, guys, as Ethereum pumps, you're going to see your favorite meme coins, such as Turbo Toad token, start to pump as well, up 16% in the last 24 hours. Volume up 115%. Now we're at 40 million. In the last 7 days, obviously, we are still down. But the biggest news, the biggest catalyst in this upward trajectory, this upward movement in the market, is Trump, right? Our pro-crypto president, who we thought, when he came into establishment, everything was going to be green and just like, leprechauns, four-leaf clovers and everything. Obviously, it was the opposite of that. As soon as Trump took the office, it's been a little bit cancerous for the crypto market. But he has come out and said he's putting a 90-day pause on all tariffs, except for the ones on China. Now, again, he is meeting with the president, or whatever you call him, the dictator of China. I don't want to butcher anything. He is having a meeting set up with him. Now, here's the thing: you want to be one of the first. If you're a country that USA, or if Trump is at war with, in terms of like tariffs, you want to be one of the first people to negotiate with him. You don't want to be last, because you want to be showing willingness to communicate, willingness to kind of work things out, right? Willingness to kind of settle things. You don't really want to play the back and forth game with Trump, because I'm pretty sure you're going to get wrecked, right? A lot of people do fear this guy's leadership. And I believe that with this meeting that he's going to have with China, we will see more bullish news come into the market. A 90-day pause on all tariffs is going to be bullish, because I believe now the bull run is back on. The bull market is back, guys. And I'm excited, because I think within these 90 days, we'll see a lot of things hit all-time highs. Hopefully, if things do go well. And again, within these 90 days, guys, we could see even more bullish narrative come out, saying that, these tariff scares, they've all been settled out and everything is back. Who knows? Now, Turbo is still such a solid play, right? I've never lost conviction on it. I cover this thing every single day. I've been talking about this thing, guys, since like April 2024. And today, it makes it a full-on year. Now, if you guys do want to know what cryptos I buy, I sell, I hold, make sure you guys check out the Memecoin Master. There's a link to it down in the description, guys. Not only do you get access to that, but you get access to exclusive content, right? My exit strategies, portfolios that I hold, what cryptos I hold and why I hold them. And also, you get to be a part of an active trading community who are all after financial, time, mental, and location freedom. Make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. We've also been calling some stock plays on there as well that you guys should definitely check out. Now, obviously, Turbo sitting at a very good demand area. You can see we did not break below this demand. Instead, it showed signs of it being a really good support area, and we started an ascent towards the upside, which obviously I love to see. Now, still down a significant amount from previous all-time highs, guys. And from here, just getting back to where we kind of were at the peak of everything. You're 700% gain away, more or less an 8x return away, guys. Hopefully, we do start an ascent towards the upside. These 90-day holds, 90-day pause on the tariffs is going to be huge. I hope it does kind of translate into the market that I'm expecting it to in a very bullish way. I'm hoping that, the S&P corrects. I'm hoping that the NASDAQ kind of not corrects, but has this bounce back up, because a lot of those stocks were hammered. Over, I think, $3.5 trillion were added to the stock market as of today. And you're going to see a lot of that money kind of flow into crypto as well, right? You're going to see it come into Bitcoin. You're going to see it come into Ethereum. I'm waiting for Ethereum to still break over 1,700, guys, because we need that to happen. Bitcoin hovering around 83,000, climbed back from 74K. You absolutely love to see it. A lot of these plays are up a lot. XRP up 15%. You can see here, guys, a lot of green in the markets today, which obviously is a very good sign. Now, Trump obviously hasn't been the best for crypto, but hopefully we flip things around here, and this is where we start to see ascent towards the upside. I hope you guys have been taking advantage of these dips, because like I've been saying, they will not last for long. Turbo is just getting warmed up. First stop, 10x, then we're eyeing 25 and 50x. That's the real target. Blink and you will miss it. Now, a 50x for Turbo, I do still believe it is pretty conservative, right? Because a 50x only brings us to about a $5 billion market cap. And hey, I've always called this before. 5 to 10 billion, $7 to $10 billion market cap for Turbo is something that I am eyeing. I've always come out and said, I don't think it's going to go like run the $30 billion market cap, even though it is possible. That isn't going to be where I'm taking profits at, right? And if you're part of the Discord, I've been very transparent, and I've been telling you guys where I plan to take profits when it comes to Turbo. Now, It's at the end of the day, guys, it's not a specific price point. It also has to do with sentiment. And when I mean sentiment, guys, look at the fear and greed index. This is one of the biggest things that you guys want to track when you're trying to decide, is it a good time to get in or is it a good time to get out? Extreme fear, buy; extreme greed, sell. Very simple. And that's honestly one of the most straightforward things that you guys need. I hope you guys have been accumulating yesterday. Prices were super low. I dropped a bag on Ethereum as well, guys, and I love to see that it is paying off. Hopefully, guys, in the near future, we do not see a decline, right? I do hope Trump kind of keeps his mouth shut for a bit and we start an ascent towards the upside. Pretty cool opportunity, huge buying opportunity in the shaded area. If we get it, let's run this back. Now, I do believe, guys, we've been sitting on amazing buy opportunities, and there is a lot of bullish news as well. As you can see, after many rejections, which seem to be a rite of passage of any success, I am pleased to update that I have found a publishing partner. We have had our first progress meeting today, and we are working towards being in bookstores by the end of the year. Turbo Toad never gives up. I absolutely love to see this, guys. There is a book that is coming out. Last year, I spent time talking to film producers, merchandisers, toy manufacturers, and others to explore how to spread awareness of Turbo to a wider audience. Despite loving his story, ethos of hope, and revolutionary spirit, most of these companies need an ownable IP for partnership and mainstream expansion. The public domain nature of the Toad mask is incredible. Anyone can build on it. But for official collabs, they require a clear rights holder. So it looks like he's coming out with the book, guys. And obviously, he has found the right partner in order to go ahead and do that. And I would love to see a Turbo Toad book come out. Hey, I don't read much, but I would love to see that Turbo book. Maybe I'll put it up in the back because obviously, guys, the Turbo community is my favorite community in all of crypto. I hope you guys went on to enjoy this video. If you did, smash the like.
So shout out to Ro, one of the hardest working men in Turbo. From the Turbo community, what is it? The community manager or the community advisor or whatever they call it. But either way, let's see here. I think there is another video. Let's see what the trading sniper has to say, and then we'll call it a day. So let me know what you guys think about the AMA so far. Let's get some comments. Somebody, anybody, everybody, let me know what you're thinking. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat. And go ahead and get the likes going, guys. You've been kind of stingy with the likes lately. Are you not entertained? Do you not like the videos? Are we not doing a good job at the crypto news network? But let's play this video and then I guess we will try for, I don't know. Are we doing Kaspa or XRP? Looks like it's probably Kaspa. But let's finish this video out. And thank you for joining. Thank you for your support. Thanks for keeping me current and updated with the crypto community. Black Tiger Miner News Network, the Turbo Toad community, the Turbo Toad Warriors, the Turbo Toad Army, Turbo Toad Turn Up. Let's go. And let's see what Trading Sniper has to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, the markets have revived themselves. Of course, we have to see how the weekly candles close to get more confirmation. But overall, right now, it is looking solid. Something like Turbo has pumped roughly 20% in the last day, and Bitcoin has gone up roughly 10%. It's gone up 8 to 10K, and it is looking really, really good, ladies and gentlemen, right? So today we are going to be obviously talking about Turbo. Look, I talked about how potentially, the book is coming out, and in fact, the book will be coming out, which I'm super, super excited to read. And now there's talks about Turbo shoes. Okay. So listen here, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think of this? Personally, I am super, super optimistic as long as it's done the right way. You know, um, pretty much what I mean is the quality must be good. Okay. The quality must be good. And if it's something cheap that no one really wants to wear out in public because it just seems like there's a sticker on it, then I don't think this is going to be the best thing ever. I do think it would still be worth the try, but ultimately I think people would be disappointed if this was just kind of like a sticker. Like, sometimes how we have a shirt that has just a random picture on it, like kind of like a square. It just looks like whatever, you know. But then we have actual nice art and design on a shirt that's not just clearly a photo pasted on a shirt, right? There's a huge difference. And the same thing with this, right? I don't need the shoes to be, next level thing, next level material and next level limited edition this or, looking like this or that. They just have to be something good where you would actually want to wear them either every day or often, right? So I believe, this is a very good idea for Turbo to pull off, especially if they will, actually want to make it proper. Now, for me, the only recommendation, like I said, I have is finding that balance between, making it affordable and having good quality. Okay. I believe if you can find that middle ground, I believe this coin, or sorry, these shoes will sell nice. I personally would be looking to buy them, right? Because why not? This frog is absolutely cute. If this frog makes me X amount of money, I don't mind representing this coin, right? Plus, like I said, if it's good design and it's a good material and it's just simply not a sticker on shoes, I'm all for it, ladies and gentlemen. So that is the big thing I wanted to talk about, Turbo. People are overall happy with this. I think there would be a good amount of people purchasing, right? We have some merchandise that you can purchase in terms of shirts. You could buy some stickers, the books coming out and the shoes came out. I'm telling you, we would be the next level thing. And, all of this stuff, right? Getting listed on exchanges, doing collaborations, diving into different narratives, having a book, shoes, everything is just gonna make us pump harder in the long term. And it is going to pretty much solidify us having, you know, a better chance at getting listed at Robinhood. So I think we are going to get listed on Robinhood anyways, but I do believe, there's always that small chance that we don't, like less than 3% chance. I really do think it's inevitable just because the amount of crap coins that are on Robinhood that where you could debate where Turbo is much better. So now, you know, now that we got that out the way, let's dive into the technical analysis, ladies and gentlemen. So, pretty much, we can see that, especially if we go on the hourly, we can see we have a huge, nice order block over here, which we did tap into. We start to put break structure to the upside, and we gained super big momentum earlier today. Now, we are playing this like a game of ping pong. Remember, that's what a lot of trading is. That's what a lot of structure is bouncing off from area to area. So, we had, our double bottom. We started to go up. We, pretty much tapped into the 0.001715 area. And then now we're selling off. I do expect some type of pullback. Now, here's the deal, right? Is it probable that we get a bigger correction and pullback, roughly of, let's just say 10% or so, 5 to 10%? I think that's likely, right? If we take it from this top, take this measuring tool, do something like this to here, like 8.5%. I think that is likely. Also, though, there's that chance where, if we are super bullish, which depends on Bitcoin dominance, depends on Bitcoin, depends on everything, more external factors than necessarily Turbo itself, then we could kind of just consolidate, drop, just 2, 3%, 4% max, and then kind of break out before we start consolidating again. Now, this to me, right, if we have something like this, would be very bullish. Okay. Very bullish. But for me to even consider that, I have to mainly look at the big boy himself. So we can see right now with Bitcoin, Bitcoin is at a crucial area. In terms of a daily close, things are looking great. Okay. Things are looking great. Right now, we are pretty much at a very, very big support zone, one of the most relevant ones we've had in a while. Now, there is a decent chance where we go back down to roughly 79K, 80, 79K before we bounce up higher, right? Because we do have this daily order block right over here. So getting a retest into this order block to continue to go higher is a good probable opportunity and something that can happen. Also, what can happen is if we are overall more bullish, then we can just kind of chill around this 81 to 82K area. And if we start going a little bit above it and start closing, it is going to look really, really good, especially if we actually would eventually see some kind of manipulation wick like this, a very, very quick recovery to the upside, and then something just like that, right? So obviously, we have to see how everything plays out. We do have a couple of days for the weekly candles to be closing. They were bearish at first, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Because we did open, you know, kind of poor, right? We kind of opened poor. Sunday was, pretty poor. Monday, Tuesday was kind of also poor, and then it was Wednesday that pumped really hard, and Thursday is looking good right now. Okay, so if this candle does become a nice rejection candle, a nice wick, a sweep of pretty much going to this imbalance, sweep of the weekly candle, the monthlies, the quarterlies, then we could very well start seeing a potential momentum shift. We know liquidity is going to be coming to the markets, which means, ladies and gentlemen, turbo will start pumping too. In terms of turbo higher time frame, listen, daily looked beautiful. Okay, daily looked beautiful, but we need to see how the rest of the week plays out. We need to see how the weekly candle closes. Not only that, but even if the weekly candle closes higher, right? We have to make sure that we don't just drop down right away. I will say, if we do get a very, very good weekly candle close, let's say by the end of the week, we close, up like 35 to 40%, even if we are almost back at 0.002, that very may well still be an indication that we are reversing, just because if we did have a very big candle that's gone up 40% in a week, the last time we had something like that was months ago at this point, right? Probably early December. And before that, let's see how big this was. At one point it was at 55%, but it closed at 33%. So, you know, the price action matters. We have to see the strength of the candle when the time comes. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, we have to be patient. Overall, great time to be dollar cost averaging, like I did myself, like people in my community did. So that is all for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.
So big shout out to the trading sniper on the Crypto News Network. And I guess that is all she wrote for today. Thanks for joining, ladies and gentlemen, cats and dogs, toads and tadpoles. And let me know what you guys think about the AMA in the comments. And as always, let's get back to the money, guys, and stay dangerous. It's your main man BTM signing out. And let's get back to the money. And miner out.